Have you ever wondered what your dreams are trying to tell you? Unlock the secrets of your subconscious with my dream interpretation workshops. Join me for an immersive experience where you'll learn to decode your dreams, understand hidden symbols, and gain insights into your deepest thoughts. I will lead you through interactive sessions designed to help you explore the fascinating world of dreams. Don't miss out. Reserve your spot today and start your journey to self-discovery. Visit thedreamsinterpreter.com for more information or email me at info@thedreamsinterpreter.com to get started.
I think I'm going to die.
I thought I was the only one hearing my name being called.
And they didn't believe me because they said it's not real because demons are fake. You've never seen that before.
I'm gonna tell you he's not your friend.
I don't want him to know that I'm telling y'all about him.
Just a person, a guy.
Yeah,
but
just
I
saw
don't
it.
know who.
I just saw something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you think of that trailer?
It looks scary. I'm interested to see what exactly is going on there.
So for those of you who are like, what the heck did we just play? That's a documentary that's coming out September 20th. So this Friday, right? So this Friday, this is a documentary that focuses on a family who's had some sort of something following them, right? It's pretty much, it seems like it may be actually attached to the family. I don't know. But this documentary follows them and kind of their journey to trying to figure it out, right? So the whole thing, you can actually find a link for this on the Get Haunted Facebook page and within the network. You can even find it on the Divination with Danny page, personal pages on Facebook. Have the link everywhere for this. This is an 88-minute documentary, and right after literally right after the documentary, they're going to be doing a live Q&A, which I think is really awesome, right? So you get to watch the story of this family, and trust me, I got to preview this a little bit. I was so excited over it. I would be blown away if you don't walk away with this thing from so many questions and very just wanting to get answers for the family. It's wild. So that Q&A is your opportunity to ask questions to the filmmaker, Shannon Alexander, and then Ashley and her family, who are the family that are focused on in the documentary. They will also be there to ask questions to live. So I think this is a really good a community opportunity, right? To really dive into it's a paranormal puzzle. Like, these people don't really know, and they're not really paranormal people either. This is just something that's been happening to a seemingly very normal family, and they just want answers. They just want to know what the heck's going on. So
So then you watch it. What time is it on Friday?
So that'll be Friday. I think it airs at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But the link, definitely you can look on the Divination with Danny page, look on the Get Haunted page. I definitely have the link for it pinned on those pages. So it's an amazing opportunity. I know I pre-ordered my screening ticket for it, so I'm all excited.
Yeah, that sounds cool. It sounds fun. So then it's like the side chat we have here, where everybody will be able to say hi to each other and talk about it on the side?
Yeah, I believe so. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I do believe that's how it's going to be. But yeah,
that sounds so fun.
So fun. Yeah, but so hi, DeeDee.
Hi.
I feel like it's been a whirlwind of a weekend. How have you been?
Good. Yeah, I've been working. I've been taking notes on dreams that have been sent in and stuff, and having some interesting synchronicities. So I've been kind of diving into the whole dream experiment. So I know I saw you were on a ghost hunt, right? I saw you live.
Yeah. So I went to the New Egypt Historical Museum, and I had been there a few times before, right? And it's a very interesting place. Kind of like a little bit of mystery to it, because it doesn't look like, how some places when you walk in, they look haunted, right?
Yeah.
This place doesn't look haunted. It's a cute home. It's set up as a museum for the area. But yeah, I don't know what is there, but there's something there. And usually you get some activity, some responses on things. I've never walked away disappointed from this place, but last night, oh my gosh. Yeah, last night was a little insane. I had my biggest oh shit moment of my paranormal career last night. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, we were to tell you really quick.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
So we were doing this experiment up in the attic, which was really cool. We had Dark Omen Paranormal was with us. They're phenomenal people. They tried this experiment where they went on the other side of the wall because we had a portal in there and it kept asking for Linda. So they both went over the wall and they were sitting in there. And I put a ball with this like little avocado. It was so cute. This little ball, right? Put it on the ledge and it rolled. And they pushed whatever is there, pushed this ball for us. So we were all excited. We were all in the room. The ball got pushed like 3 times. Anyway, at the time that my oh shit moment happened, we were all in the hole, right? So experiment's over, everyone's excited or freaked out or some combination thereof. I climb out to go get the light on so that we're not falling all over each other trying to get, back out. I reach for the light. I hear a whisper from the hallway. Like there's the little door that like leads to the attic. So I look because instinctively you look when you hear something, right?
Right.
Full body apparition, at least from the head to like just below the knees. I freaked. Oh my, DeeDee, I screamed. Like I have not screamed in forever. And I had one of those like, oh, what way do I go moments, right? So like I freaked.
Running in circles.
Yeah, I didn't want to go back towards the door, right? So like I hid from behind the door, started shaking like a leaf. I was crying. Like all these emotions came flying through me, and oh my, the poor people came trying to like fly out of the hole to make sure I was okay because I don't think anyone was expecting me to do that. But
right, yeah, you're supposed to be the calm one, right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be helping them have their experience, and then I was so embarrassed. Oh my gosh.
That's cool though. That's interesting. I'll be interested. Did you have any interesting dreams after that or?
No, I didn't really if I had anything, I don't remember it, but I'm interested to see if tonight, because now I'm a little bit more rested from everything because I got home at like 4:45 and then by the time I was settled, it was like 5 something. And then I got up I didn't really sleep. So
yeah. Oh, you should totally like walk yourself through the whole experience right before you fall asleep and see what you dream.
Oh my God. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And then I'll
let you know what happens.
Yeah. But as far as the dream experiment, speaking of dreams, like you got a lot of feedback on this, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah. So we had a lot of people participating. Some people wrote just to say that they didn't think they were getting anything. And I don't know if they weren't having any dreams or if they thought the dreams weren't related. So I tried to put out there, if you set the intention to be in the experiment, doesn't matter what the dream was, to send it in. Because like you and I had very kind of dreams that could be anything, but when you relate it to the dream experiment, you see what the dream is talking to you about. So you may, I was hoping that people would send in whatever they got, it doesn't matter, even if it was just a fragment. Like some people sent me in just like fragments, because sometimes you'll wake up and you'll remember, I was riding in a truck, but you don't remember anything else, but that still matters.
Yeah, that can be an important little piece of it.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a bunch of puzzle pieces and they may not all have been sent in, but I still got
like a fragment because it's like all I remembered was that one little aspect of it.
Oh yeah, it was good too.
Yeah, and then the second one, I didn't even know if it was related or not, but I just figured, I did the setting of the intention, so whatever it was, I sent it to you. So I'm just interested to see if that fell into anywhere at all. I mean, maybe not. I don't know, but
well, I mean, basically, there was every single person that gave a description of somebody, it was the same. Okay. And this is coming from several different people that may or may not talk to each other, but I don't think that's a regular, you know what I mean? So it's like, and I was one of them. So, so I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. And then something that I'm going to read a dream at the end. And then when you guys see what it actually means, I actually, my husband was blown away by it. I almost cried. We were walking the dog this morning and I was telling him about our dream. And I was really quiet, oh my God, this is really cool. So I was really happy with the results and I can't wait to share them.
And I'm so excited. Should we say hi to everybody before we dive in?
Hi to everybody. And then I kind of recap what everybody was supposed to do and then start sharing.
Okay. So let's see. Get up to the top here. I love there's a lot of people in here already.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi.
Brandy. Hi, Stacy.
Hi.
Big Daddy Andy. He was with me this weekend. He got to see Yeah, epic freak out that I did.
Did he record it though?
Ooh,
As
did
soon as you turn
record
off the
it?
cameras.
That's a good question. Did you? Hi, I see spirit.
Hi.
Sierra, what's up,
Hi.
darling? Let's see, is that who? D Hoot, hello, hello.
Hi.
Let's see. Hi, Denise.
Hi.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hi.
Hi, Denise.
Hi.
Okay, I think that's everybody for now. If I did miss anyone, I apologize, and hello to everybody who is watching. And tonight is all about our puppy dream experiment. So I will let DeeDee move into that then. Ooh, what is this?
Yeah. Took your advice and tried writing down the intention before going to bed, but I still didn't remember any of the dreams I'm thinking is what he was saying. Yeah. Well, it's still worth a shot, and it's practice. You just have to keep, like anything, you want to remember your dreams, just keep doing it night after night after night, and it'll just come to you because you're putting it in your mind. So, I mean, I remember one time Sarah told me that when she was doing one of my dream experiments, that in the dream, she said, I need to write this down because I'm doing the experiment. So she actually dreamt about the fact that she needed to remember the dream. So it works. You just have to keep trying.
Right. That is one thing I know. Even like for me, it's hard. Like it takes me a couple days sometimes because either I stress myself. Like I think sometimes I stress myself out because I want to make sure I dream, right? And then I think stress doesn't really help that situation. Yeah. But yeah, that and just making sure I get enough sleep sometimes is a problem.
Yeah, you have to sleep a certain amount of hours. Yeah. Okay. So I will recap. So basically, if for anybody who doesn't know, I think everybody here does, but my husband found some puppies and we decided that we were going to they were abandoned on the side of the road. So I wanted everybody to focus on that spot. I had a video and you would go to sleep with the intention of getting more information of where the puppies came from, anything about them. And so I got several dreams. So I'm going to read a few, and then I'm gonna kind of read you guys some highlights of dreams, just so you kind of have that in your mind as I share what my findings are. Okay. So as far as you go, Danny, you had one of the dreams. I think it was the first one you sent me. And you said that the feeling that you had was like very dry and empty. So I'm thinking the empty meant like just hopeless kind of a feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so you said that it seemed like it says, I watch a tarantula walking away from down view as though I was laying on the ground watching it walk away. And so the thing is about the area I live in, we have a lot of tarantulas. So that could totally be the puppy's perspective of just laying there giving up. And you seeing that, and that'd be something a puppy would do, is just watch a tarantula, like, oh, look at that, you know. So Sam sent me several dreams. A lot of them seem to keep doing the same subject, that there was a truck, there was a woman. So I'll read one of them. It said, I wound up seeing a long road. It was the desert, but I could see buildings in the distance. I saw black boots, a seat of a truck, and it had a colorful pattern blanket on the cover, woven. I saw a woman, middle-aged, black hair and a braid. She was looking out passenger side window. I made that out, and I made out the road, red truck. I hope this is helping, and then blah, blah. And then it says, another dream she had, she saw a brownish dog's face. I got mother vibes from this dog and also sadness. And then she's seen the woman taking the puppies. And then she said a lot of it wasn't a clear picture. And so for me, I also had a dream from the mother dog's perspective where I saw a toddler playing in the street. And I went out to the street, but for some reason I couldn't like speak words. So I was just going up to the toddler, trying to get him to follow me back off the street. And a truck kind of pulled up and like kind of swerved at me like it was meant to scare me. And so I must have gotten out of the street, and then I looked at the house for help, and then I looked back and he was gone. And then a middle-aged woman said to me, he's gone. And I remember like being brokenhearted, you know? So I woke up, and I mean, you could say that I was dreaming that I was, I guess, me and looking at a toddler, but I think that was the mother's perspective because our subconscious speaks to us through symbols. So that would show me, if I'm looking at a little boy, since I have a son, that would give me that motherly love, the vibe, so that I could understand the pain that the mother was losing the puppy, right? And the thing is, middle-aged woman. Other people who are watching this who have also sent in, middle-aged woman was unanimous.
Oh,
everyone
wow.
said a middle-aged woman with long hair. That was unanimous.
That's wild. Everyone picked up on that same aspect.
Yeah. Now, a couple of people said there was a man with her. I also dreamt that there was a man with her, but I could never see him, and I don't think anybody else saw him either. We got 2 people said pickup truck. One person said SUV, and then another person said a car. So I don't know about that. That doesn't seem to like come together, but clearly it was dropped off from a vehicle,
Right.
especially in the area too. I also got that in one of my dreams, that dream with the toddler is that when I went back in the house, I was hearing a conversation with people, and they said they're from Costa Mesa, which is a town that's it's about maybe 30 miles from me, so it's not too far.
Okay.
And then what else did I get? I got like a lot of like things. I got like Kentucky, and I was at Target shopping. I don't know. I think it was all just like random stuff that was being put in there. But then Denise sent me this, and I'm going to read her whole dream, okay? Because I want you guys to hear what it says, and then I'm going to tell you what I got from that, okay? So she said she got a mid-sized gray car, like a Nissan. The woman who dropped them off was around 35 to 40, medium build, with longer hair that was up in a sloppy bun with long pieces hanging out. Let's see, what else did she say? She saw a license plate but couldn't remember. And then she said it had a bunch of animal rights propaganda, support your local shelter. She's got a paw sticker on the back. I think she actually works for a shelter. And the funny thing is that was the very first thing I said to my husband was, these puppies, I feel like, number one, they seem to understand how to be in a cage. They were super clean. They had no fleas. They were well fed. So up until the point they were there, they were completely cared for. So when I read that, I was like, that's what I said. So I thought that was interesting because that was just like my first like impression, not through a dream, but just my impression.
That is. Wow.
She said she actually works for a shelter or advocates. In her mind, doing this afforded the dogs a better chance than sending them to the shelter. I see her taking rehoming fees a lot and taking the animals herself, but it turned into a hoarder situation. She's from about 3 towns over from you, and the locals there would know her. I don't know if it's her or another participant in this dream was projecting, but there's a trauma here. I also had a dream where there was a woman and a man, and he wouldn't let her leave. Like he wouldn't let her have the keys to leave. Someone had a parent or an adult in their life take a beloved pet and never brought it back. They were unable to care for it and couldn't afford it, so the animal was dumped as well. This runs parallel with the dream. The energy can't let go, and it's a bit overzealous, so I was worrying about pets judging who should be worthy, which I had a lot of people that on Facebook that were like also giving me that. And there was one woman in particular that kept writing me, telling me, micromanaging everything I was doing, telling me, you can't just give them away. You need to collect a fee. I'm going to go look that lady up and see what she looks like because she really gave me a hassle the whole time. And I don't even know who the hell she was. And so that's kind of interesting now that I'm reading this again. Now here's this. Okay. So her radio was on. There was a song, Summer Breeze by Seals and Croft, that was blasting. The part where there's Jasmine and Bloom kept on repeat like a record skipping, but I didn't see a player. Jasmine was over and over again. Then it would move on a bit in the Bloom part, but kept going back. So she wants to know if Jasmine grows here. They were dropped in good weather. They weren't actually. She drove away, but the song got louder, and then an angel-like figure was over the puppies. It wasn't human, but like a long oval light that was swirling around the puppies, and Jasmine kept repeating. Okay. My dog from 5 years ago that passed away is Jasmine. Okay. I know. I almost fucking cried. So while I was working on this a couple of days ago, I was writing out everybody's dreams and putting it up here, and my son was cleaning out drawers. We've been cleaning things up, and he brings me my dog Jasmine's dog leash while I was working on this. Okay. And so then today, when I was getting ready to do the show, I look, you know, how Facebook gives you reminders of this day, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So the reminder was apparently I took Jasmine to the vet 6 years ago today, and it came up in my reminders.
Oh.
And I mean, so there's my Jasmine. Apparently she's my dog's spirit mama because she was watching over them. And it's funny because even though Jasmine was supposed to be my dog, my husband, they got more attached to each other. And so he somehow got the idea to drive home that way. They would have been really connected, right?
Oh,
And
wow.
she was watching over them. So, I mean, I don't know, but that's a hell of a coincidence.
Wow. Oh, that made me tear up. Oh my God.
Right?
Wow.
And I always wondered about my Jasmine, you know, because she passed away and it's been so long. And I always have this thing where it seems like for me, whoever passes away, I don't hear from them right away. It takes a really, really long time. And then, you know, there was this. And I just thought, okay, so that's weird that it kept repeating. It wasn't a human spirit watching over them. He looks at me and it's like it's her. I feel like I see her in him. So it's so weird. And I've thought that many times before. I mean, she just sent this to me like 2 days ago and all this stuff was happening. You know, like he brought me that leash. We were working on that. I don't know if that was Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday that we were working on that. So, I mean, you guys tell me what you think. It's a middle-aged woman.
It finds ways, the universe finds ways to connect you and to give you information. And that seems like it was trying really hard to give you, look, you had Denise telling you were thinking about it. And then you got the, what do they call it? A necklace.
Physical.
Yeah. I think there's something there. If it's not, she's got it. I don't know. The dog's energies have got, I don't know. I'm convinced.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it brought me some sort of like closure or comfort for Jasmine, you know, because when you lose a pet, it's hard, you know, and
it's so hard.
We'd had no dogs after Jasmine and Scooby died. We were like, that's it. We're just not going to do. Yeah, we had a Scooby-Doo and they both died. Well, Jasmine died first unexpectedly. She supposedly was in perfect health and she had big dogs. Their guts can twist and it kills them like fast. Ooh. And we tried to take her to the emergency. She died before we ever even got out the door. Oh, no. And then Scooby, I think it broke his heart because he died like a few months later. So we lost them both.
Wow. Oh, yeah. No, I feel like that's well. Okay, then why not have that be that she was guiding you to help another animal, right? To have
and she was a caretaker. She was one of those dogs that would herd up other animals and make sure they were cared for.
I love that. Well, then that fits perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So other than Denise, was there anybody else after that then, or?
No, that's it. That's all I got, you know.
Okay, so we had the middle-aged woman.
Got a middle-aged woman, and then we got, like I said, there was 2 people who said truck, SUV, and then there was a car. So I don't know.
I feel like, and then what, you got the name of a place in your dream. Do you feel like, how confident?
Well, I don't know. I got Costa Mesa. I mean, literally the people said to me in the dream, they're from Costa Mesa. So I don't know. I mean, I could look up dog rescues in Costa Mesa. I mean, I'm going to look at the lady because now that I like reread what she said, that there was a lady on Facebook that kept telling me what to do. You can't just give them away. Who's the shelter that you're giving them to? She wrote me, would be like, you know, I checked and you didn't contact the rescues I told you to. It was like, what is wrong with you?
Some people, I mean, to put that many guidelines and rules onto trying to help an animal, I think is a little ridiculous. You're trying to help another living being. Like, what the heck?
She didn't even know who I am. All I had done is I had posted, we found these 4 puppies. And this is what I wanted to kind of discuss with people is if you get yourself in a position where you have to get rid of an animal for whatever reason, usually it's homelessness or a couple breaks up and you have no place to go. And I mean, it happens. It really does. And so instead of like waiting till the last minute, put it on Facebook. Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of people who are going to give you shit, but you only need to find that one person who's going to help you, you know? and then the animal will be safe, and then you're not going to have that mental trauma. I would imagine most people would have trauma if they were dropping them off. I don't know. But I was like, it's going to be a man for sure. And then that's not what anybody.
No, it wasn't them. Oh, what was this? Sounds perhaps. Yeah. No, I feel like people are
all women that harass me.
Very quick to just like give their 2 cents without trying to think of somebody else's perspective or to look at anything from another angle. So yeah, there's probably a lot of judgment on that woman's part.
The big picture was we need to find these dogs a place to live. Because I put out there, I can't take care of 4 puppies. I have a hard enough time with one.
That's
4, no.
A lot. And you were doing what you could. Like nobody else was freaking stepping up to do it, right? So
yeah, I almost told the one lady, let me give you my address and you can come pick them up if you think you can do better. But yeah, so I mean, it took me 11 days to find everybody a place. I called so many shelters, and I had all the shelters were full. The rescues, like some rescues wanted me to pay them $175 an animal. I'm like, you understand that I found them. These are not my dogs. I found them abandoned. And they're like, it doesn't matter. You still have to pay me. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I had another person tell me if I got him fixed, got the shots and everything, then they would take him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they wanted me to do all this. Like, aren't you the rescue? Isn't that literally what rescues do? Is they take in abandoned animals, get them fixed, get the shots, make sure they're healthy, charge a fee that gets back their money, so then they can go adopt another one.
So a lot of them find one on the side of the road. They'd be like, "Oh, do you have your shots?" No. Okay, sorry, I can't take you. Like, what the?
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to discourage anybody from picking up an animal. Just know that you'll have to do a lot of work. And I did find a lady. And when I found the right lady, I found the right lady. She came out. She gave them all shots. She didn't charge me for the shots. She wanted to make sure they were all safe and happy. And then we made the agreement. She didn't have room, so we kept the puppies for, I guess it was 11 days. We kept them for 11 days until she was able to make room to take 2 of them. And then during all that, there was one lady that I met on Facebook through the thread, and she adopted one, which I told you about. That's Theodore. Yeah. And then we ended up keeping one just because we kind of fell in love with him. We were like, well, let's just keep him.
I feel like that was kind of meant to be, though, for you, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we needed the dogs. He's got us walking twice a day and stuff.
Says Lori says, I get that with the feral cats I take care of. Everyone has Everyone has an opinion. I do what I why can't I talk? I'm sorry, Lori. I do what I feel is right. I foster one lucky. Oh, yeah, she did. She fostered a kitty. It was so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rewarding experience, and especially like if you can't keep animals, just to have them for a little bit and have that experience and know that you helped them. And, like we taught them because they didn't even know how to eat separately. They would all we bought them 4 little dishes, right? And so we would give them and they would all go for one dish. And so we taught them how to eat. You don't have to like freak out. So I think they were in a situation with, where they had to like scramble for the food and stuff.
Oh, sweethearts. What is Brandy saying? I keep feeling the feeling that a woman was forced to drop the dogs because okay. You know what?
Could be.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because I also in my dreams got where it seemed like it was a forced situation. Still, I don't think that that's the best option.
No. I mean, I don't think it's a great option either, but I mean, I could not that I understand, but I could see how someone would do that. Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like I don't think people understand there's a responsibility with pets to begin with. So if you're going to have a pet, like it comes with a lot of responsibility. Like, and I really would hope that people would see that through to the very end, whether that be like the lifetime of the pet or until they would have to do something differently. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Until if you have to find them a new place, then do that. Don't put it on someone else. Cause I literally had like $1,000 in property damage from having the 4 puppies because we didn't have dogs. So we were not prepared to have dogs. And so, I mean, I suppose that, what is what it is, but.
Do you feel like still, where did you start? Did you start with social media? Did you say? I'm sorry.
I did. Yeah. Well, first thing I did was in my mind, I'm like, well, maybe they're just lost. So I posted on like a local, lost and found pet one.
Yeah.
And I said, I found him. I showed a picture, and then a bunch of people jumped on, and most people were just like, oh, it's sad, blah, blah, blah. And then I started getting like the people that were telling me what to do and all that kind of stuff. But like through that thread, I did find him basically 3 of them a home. So, you just have to be able to deal with the cruddy people to find the good people.
Yeah, no, and there are people out there that can help you. You just have to ask for the help one, right? And then hopefully maybe find a few people that are willing to help you out. Like if you throw that out there on either like your Facebook page or somewhere, hopefully there would be someone that'd be like, hey, let me see what I can do on my end, or maybe I know somebody that might know somebody, or
well, and I had 2 people. I don't know if they want me to share that they helped me or not, but 2 people helped me and to get supplies for the dogs, because I financially wasn't prepared to even take it on, but I wasn't going to just abandon them either. Like I figured it out. I went and I bought dog food, but there was other stuff that we had to do. And so I had like right away, I had people help out. So, I mean, there's options. There's people who will help you. Just have to speak up,
Yeah.
But as far as what DeeDee's saying, they literally had no fleas. They weren't thin. They, nothing. They looked like they were cared for. They weren't even dirty, and they were in a dirt field.
So like up until that very moment, someone had been taking care of them.
But they were completely like dehydrated or hot. It was 105 that day, so they were hot.
Freaking.
So they were all just laying in a pile together. I don't know. Like, did somebody give them a shot or something I can't even stand that. Like somebody gave them a shot to make them kind of like mellow or something. I don't know.
Which people are.
It's not well traveled. It's a back road. Sometime in the future it'll be well traveled, but it's kind of out of the way. It like kind of goes through what now is the back of the city, and it backs up to hills. And so prior to the houses being built, which no one lives in yet, no one uses. It's a brand new road that they just built for all the new homes they're putting in, but it's the end of the area. So a lot of people don't know about the road. And even if they do, it doesn't work for them to go all the way to the back and then go back into the city, because we're kind of in the end of the city, but not quite there. But so, I mean, it sort of made sense for him, but it was still a long way to get home for him as well. But no, it's not super well traveled. So I don't know how many people they thought were going to drive by there.
Yeah, that's so weird. And just the fact that your husband decided to take that road, and of all days, right? And if it's not a very well traveled road, that's.
Yeah.
Universe definitely steps in. Sometimes that is one of those times, for real.
Yeah, that's one of those where you trust your guts to go a way that you normally wouldn't go. Like somewhere you get an inkling, I think I should turn left and go this way instead today. Because when you don't, usually you run into a traffic jam.
Truth. Yes. What is this? What's Brandy saying here? It says there are people that will take deposits and just abandon the Stop it. Oh,
probably because they were asking me for like $175. I'm like, what? I never heard of that. I did say, so middle-aged woman was the common between everybody. And then you missed the whole Jasmine thing, so you have to rewind.
Oh my gosh, I didn't the Jasmine thing blows me away. That really does. And
that was the most exciting part for me, just because it was a personal connection.
And to have your son even bring her collar over to you too, like that.
Yeah, because it was 100 things in the drawer, and he was like, "Oh, look what I found," And I mean, it's been 5 years.
Oh, what was this? Oh, show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they basically told me to go to another city. And the thing is, if I had gone to like Riverside or something, they would have said, you don't live in Riverside. So they probably wouldn't have taken them either. So I started getting a little scared. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have 4 dogs. Because I wouldn't have abandoned them, but I wouldn't have known what to do.
Oh my God. Yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't have. I'd have figured it out too. Yeah, there's no way. Let's see.
Right. I agree. Obviously you don't do that unless you're losing your home or something's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, did anyone else get black boots in the color red, or was that just?
No, the common denominator was a middle-aged woman with long hair. And then everything else was like a couple people got trucks, SUV, but I think it was silver and red. You were the only one that said red. So.
All right. Well, I mean, could red, because like sometimes red is a symbol for things also too, right?
Sure.
So I'm trying to think of like what would red be a symbol for that though?
Love, passion, anger.
Anger. So it's like what your root chakra, so groundedness, so maybe not being, I don't know, maybe is that like because it was moving not grounded? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading way too much into that now, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the only thing that I could say for sure is that everyone said a middle-aged woman with long hair. And so.
Yeah, a lot of people got that feeling like it was a forced situation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what? Are you okay if I pull cards for it real quick? I didn't pull cards. And
Yeah, you were going to pull cards. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me bring up. I have an extra pen. See if I can get it. Is it there? Okay, yes. Hold on. Until I have them up, I'll leave that behind stage. Backstage? Behind stage? Yep. Okay, I can talk. All right, so I'm going to set the intention that the cards will show me something about the puppy situation, right? About why they would have been dropped off. That's what we'll say.
Yeah, let's do that. And I have a question too.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. So. Oh. Okay. This is going to look haphazard. I'll straighten it. I promise. Okay, so the first card that jumped out, can you see that? It's the High Priestess card. So that for me right now, I'm thinking that's just more of like intuition. So maybe all of us doing this dream experiment, those connections really are something, is what I'm thinking. And then I had the Three of Pentacles. I don't always read upside down, but it was upside down when I pulled it. So we're going to look at maybe some of the darker aspects of that. Like maybe there was a struggle with a collaboration or not being able to do something either for the puppies, or maybe it was something that because they had the puppies, they couldn't do something that they wanted to focus on. So maybe that could be why the puppies had to exit their scene, which I don't agree with at all, but it could be part of why they were dropped off. The Empress for this, everybody was saying middle-aged woman, right? The Empress would be a more mature woman. It's not a young lady. It's not a baby. It's a mature woman. So middle-aged works for that. And then Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can be a very, she can almost be cutthroat. Like she's not always warm. She sometimes gives you like the prickly feels, right? So this might have been a woman who like was no BS, did not believe in the warm, cozy, cuddly, whatever. And like she didn't like, either they didn't really have, this might sound horrible, but like maybe they didn't really have like the feelings of like maybe they didn't care that they dropped the dogs off, or maybe there was somebody else in that situation that was like being very stern about you have to get rid of these animals. So that's what I'm getting from this. I don't know anyone else.
You know what's interesting is that several people had said that the woman wasn't nice. The woman in my dream wasn't nice.
Okay,
and I think that came up also, that she wasn't very nice. I got a like in my dream, when she was saying the child was gone, she was just like, he's gone. Like too bad.
Feelings
just
to
deal
it.
with it. Gone. Yeah.
See, yeah. And like, that would be like a Queen of Swords kind of a, like they like just right to it. You know what? No emotion there, like whatsoever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like that kind of goes along with what everybody. Yeah. Oh wow. Man. All right. Let's see. Oh, there was one thing I had starred. D Hoot had said something. Here, I'm gonna bring it up.
Watching your latest haunted hour, I was wondering if a dream experiment with intent to call on one's ancestors in dreams to heal, visit, or whatever they want to convey might be. Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah. I interviewed, it's out there now on my YouTube, the dreamsinterpreter.com. I interviewed Magdalena, and she's she works with her and her husband's a shaman, and they work with ancestral healing. So after talking with her and him, which his episode will come out in 2 weeks, I'm really interested in the whole like, and I learned what just through talking to them, I realized what my like ancestral thing that I'm carrying over that's bad, and I realized what the origin of my thought process is. I was like, oh my God. So that'd be a great dream experiment for the brave, especially because it's interesting. But when you understand why you think a certain way, that helps. It helps you kind of work with things.
So is it like finding a pattern, or is it something more than finding a pattern?
Yeah. Well, I tend to have a scarcity kind of mindset. I always like go with the poor mindset. You've probably heard me say it several times already today. You know, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. So that is a mindset of scarcity. And that comes from a long lineage of like when I hear people talk about, well, they were very poor and this happened and it's all about being poor. And then the Irish and the whole potato famine thing, everybody's poor. And so that's my whole thing. And that's where I speak that, which is dangerous. You should never speak that. But it's like I can't stop myself, you know.
It's almost like a seed was planted there, right? And so like that's kind of like something that you always pull. Oh man.
And that's why you need to have that healed so that you stop that so you can have abundance. It's like you're blocking yourself from having abundance because you keep having the mindset, I'm poor, you know, and it's, and people do it with other things too. It doesn't have to just be that. It could be anything. It could be alcohol addiction, you know, abuse. There could be anything, you know, but it's carried down through your ancestors. It's in our DNA.
Crazy how like something, because it's just been, it's an energy, right? It's an energy. So that frequency has just been carried down. Okay.
Right. So you gotta look at your own family. Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I'd totally be down for that experiment, but yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that would be a cool one.
Oh man. Let's see. There was this. Hold on. I love that because I could do it.
Angry Bobby from Supernatural in his truck.
I love Supernatural. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Right? Yeah, me too. We should try to do that.
Yeah.
Can I pull a card for Sam really quick?
Yeah, of course. We still have like over 15 minutes.
All right. All right, Sam, I'm gonna pull a card for you. Bring this up. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. That's the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is always it's a card of rest, of needing rest or needing to give yourself a little bit of you time. Let's see. Sam, are you diving headlong into all your projects right now? So you are always so busy. And I love, she's so creative. I love it.
Yeah.
It just seems like either, okay, if this doesn't, if you see this different, Sam, definitely go with what you're seeing. But what I'm seeing is you're actually coming out of a time of giving yourself rest or having to reflect on something, or you're in it now and you're going to be coming out of it shortly. But this is going to give you a little spark of, you're going to get a spark of creativity that's just like you're really going to want to run with it. And this is something that is either going to reignite a love for a passion that maybe you had put on the back burner, or this could be something that either you and like the lovers doesn't necessarily have to be the romantic part. So it could be though. So this is either a project that like you and your significant other, or you and like a friend or somebody who you usually work on project. Like this could spark some sort of like a joint venture also. So this is either you're about to get some rest or you're just coming out of some rest. You're going to hit something that's going to like reignite those passions, right? So it's either personal or for projects, but for some reason I feel projects. I don't know. I think I like that for you. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, I don't know where I am on. Oh, I froze. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here. You're not frozen. Yeah, she answered you.
Oh, did she? Okay. Oh.
And homeschool. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Damn, honey. I applaud you. That is, and you kick ass at it too. That's awesome. Let's see.
I kept dreaming of a white kitten with blue eyes 3 nights in a row. Any thoughts? Was that during the dream experiment? I feel like that has a different meaning for you. Because seeing eyes is like it wants you to see something. White usually has some kind of like spiritual meaning. So I wonder if there was something else going on. What does this say? One thing she said that stuck with me is that addiction is the same. That stuck with me too. The lady I interviewed, Magdalena, she said that addiction is the same as suicide because next weekend she's doing a suicide awareness event, which will be online that you can actually watch. There's going to be speakers and stuff. Yeah, that's an interesting statement that addiction is the same as suicide. It's like you're killing yourself slowly. But yeah, that's.
But when you think about it, it's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. That's one of those things that like hits home real hard too. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's doing a suicide awareness. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So it's on my YouTube. I can't speak now. No, I can't speak. It's on the interview I did with her on my YouTube, thedreamsinterpreter.com. But it's magdalenagrace.com, I think, but you could just go to my channel or I'll post it in the notes here.
Yeah.
And it's a live online event where you can go in person and there's going to be a few speakers and it's just like a healing event. It's for people who like maybe are dealing with grief of losing someone, especially to suicide or alcoholism, like people drink too much and die, or any kind of like drugs and stuff. And it's like part of the healing process. And they're raising money. I believe, if I'm right, they were raising money to kind of give scholarships to people who can't afford to get treatment and stuff. So it's a really good cause.
It's an amazing cause. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And that was on, I'm going to share that out too. Then that was on your YouTube channel then?
Yeah, it's on my, I have it pinned on my YouTube and it's Magdalena Grace. And there's a whole interview with her. She talks about the event and just her philosophies and what she does. She works with Kambu and like the microdosing and stuff. Not for everyone, but some of the people. And they do all kinds of stuff. And like I said, her husband's a shaman and they work with the ancestral healing. There's a lot to it.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to watch that episode. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, it was really, I learned so much from her. Just like I said, I had like one of those aha moments when she said that. I realized where my mindset comes from. And it's something that I have to now sit down and I'll use dream work to work on it. But now I know what to work on. Because sometimes we don't even know, like we know that we're off or whatever, we have problems. We don't know what to even like work on. We think it might be one thing or like I always think, oh, I need to find a way to make more money. But maybe what I need to do is change my mindset, and then the money comes. Because when I was listening to Card CB, her podcast on the weekend, that's what she was talking about too. So it's kind of like a validation of it. She was saying, once you change your mindset, then the abundance comes because you have to be seeing it. You have to be available to it. So it was interesting.
It's almost like you have to like find that, like you have to like follow that thread to like where it first starts so that you can like get it out by the root kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. That's cool. But how did you run across her? Like how did you come across
because of Elvis and the Terra Vitality group. I'm in another group. There are a lot of spiritual workers and wellness coaches, like, fitness and stuff like that. Like Elvis has helped me a lot with my diet and stuff because I was becoming really weak and stuff. And he's like a trainer. And so I wasn't getting enough protein in my diet. And that has helped me sleep better. I was not sleeping well. And now that I start eating, like every morning I have an egg and a half and I have avocado toast. Not only is my whole day better, but I sleep better at night. And walking also, now that I'm walking twice a day, we walk usually like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So by the time we walk and then I get ready for bed, I'm out, and I'll sleep through the night, which is very rare for me.
Well, that's been working out really good for you then. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we should definitely talk about doing a dream experiment then, because I'm excited for. I
I
love
would like
when
to.
we do. Yeah, the dream experiments are so much fun, and I love how interactive everybody does get with it. Like I think that's my favorite part. Like people really do jump in and try it, and
even if you aren't successful, like, or you think you weren't successful, it's still fun to participate and see what everybody gets, and it teaches you how to do it so that you can even do your own dream experiments at home. You know, I've done them with myself. I want to I especially do it with like getting ideas. I want to have like an idea, like say you're at work and you have a bad situation going on. You really don't know what to do. You can set an intention. How can I fix this? And then you go to sleep each night, do it for 7 days, write down your dreams. You may all of a sudden be like, oh my God, this is the solution. Because sometimes we're part of the solution, that we need to work on something, set boundaries, whatever it is, you know.
Setting boundaries. Yes. Oh, see, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your puppy's name?
Sunny.
Oh, Sunny.
Although I went to oh my gosh, what's the store? Halloween Spirit Store over the weekend, and they have Scooby-Doo crossbody bags, right? And I don't need another purse, but I was like, I love Scooby-Doo. That was my favorite cartoon as a kid, and it was a crossbody bag, which I love, right? And so I didn't buy it, obviously. And so we were walking this morning, and we were talking about, we're trying to teach the dog to sit. Like we walk him every time we get to a street to cross, we make him sit and observe the traffic, right? And so it's a way to teach him to be calm and sit. And so he was just like, he's kind of like over it. He's like, well, I'm not getting any treats or anything, so I don't think I'm going to do this. So he's testing, you know. And I said, so my husband said, well, you should get that crossbody bag and put the treats in there. I was like, okay, I think I will.
Did you do it? Did you get it?
I haven't got it because we were just there yesterday. We had this discussion this morning.
Definitely should go get it.
Oh, I just have little treats in there and the little poop bags and everything.
Oh, nice. This, the unalive me. Oh my goodness. That cracks me up though. I'm sorry that you can't eat avocados though.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Let's see. Okay. But wonder if there was some more to it. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna pull a card for Eric really quick. Okay, you focus on that, Eric, and then I'll pull the cards. Okay. Do I have the camera down? Let me pull the camera up. Okay. If you can see that. Oh, it's the Ace of Cups. Right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
There it goes.
Page of Cups. Okay, let's see. Page of Cups. Judgment. All right, I need one more card to help me clarify this. Okay, so your Ace of Cups. So if we're focusing on, if you want to know if there was something more to the injury, are you? And by the way, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. That doesn't sound fun. Ace of Cups. So a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling. Is there something that about this they may have, or is about to, like, if you feel like you're on the verge of like starting to reflect on things a little bit differently? So this is all about coming into a new way of feeling, a new way of just perceiving things, or this could be something where it's like you're reflecting on things a little, because like water is very reflective too, right? And with emotions, you reflect with emotions. So this is something that if you're not right now, keep this in mind, because this might help shift your thought processes and the way you feel about certain things in a direction that maybe you had not realized, but it's something that will end up, this is going to sound really weird, but like end up being a fresh perspective in a good way, because of your Page of Cups here. They are the bringer of good news. They are also, so with this one, what I see, I don't know what the flowers are supposed to be, but what I see are lotus. And the thing with a lotus, right? It comes from the murky, the muddy, like the gross situations. And if you want to put this into a life perspective, the crappier moments of life, and you kind of like blossom through that, right? So it pushes up through the murky water and blossoms into this gorgeous flower, right? So it's kind of like your emotions are, you're going to have to like go through something to come out of this. with a whole new perspective, a whole fresh way of thinking, and it might be a little bit more abundant for you. And then your judgment card. So for this one, and especially if we're talking about like why this happened, or is there something more to something that happened to you, your judgment card is all about like leaving some aspect behind, right? So you're either like cutting cords with something, or this is cutting off something that you no longer need. So this is kind of like almost like a rebirth in a way, right? I don't know, like if you can see with the card, there's like spirits coming out of graves, and it's like the angel with a trumpet calling them to their leveling up, basically. So this is kind of like getting a new lease on something that maybe you had not seen otherwise. So transformation in a way. But all of this leads you to a really like something about this is going to lead you. You're going to be good. You're going to be stable. You're going to have everything that you need, and be in a very comfortable situation. You may not feel like it now. It might not seem like there's any stability now, but whatever's going on, whatever those emotions, the transformation process is going to leave you a lot more stable and in a lot better of a situation. So if you're not feeling that right now, just keep that in mind, and then pay attention to like dreams or thoughts, and if you have a moment where you really need to get something out, journal it, because there could be something that you need to see, that you maybe need to see from a different perspective. So I hope that makes some sort of sense. I feel like I'm rambling, but that's what I was pulling. So, and if you see something different, please go with what you're seeing.
You have another one here too.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
Oh, it keeps moving. Let's see. There it is.
Okay. Why, hello, and yes, you may. Is that Lady Mystic? Okay. Okay. And then we are almost at 8 o'clock, so I just want to give everyone the heads up. I think Denise and Ernie are on tonight, Pac-Man Paranormal, so make sure that you stay tuned to the Paranormal Podcast program for their show, which is on next at 8 p.m. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you may actually be coming out of a time now where either right now or in the not so distant past here. So have you been dealing with situation where you're like really in your head? Have you been overthinking things, or just struggling to find some sort of rest or rhyme or reason to certain things? Like, is there something that's been gnawing at you? Because I feel like that's something that if you haven't already, you're going to start coming out of that really, really, really soon. So you're going to come into this time of like, I don't know if you can see, like there's butterflies here and a cherub. We did just talk about how the Queen of Swords can be very cut to things and unemotional, but she can also be that one that gives you that clarity, right? Like she cuts through the shit. And so where I'm seeing the butterfly first, this is kind of like you're transforming out of a time where you've been so in your head and restless and not being able to like really get past something. Well, here you're going to be coming into this time where that energy of the Queen of Swords is going to help you cut through what's actually been bothering you, so you can see what a real situation is. I don't know what this situation may be. This could be like an emotion, or this could be like an actual situation for you. But this is something where like things are going to start clearing up. Like almost like I'm noticing too, like the blue in her outfit. So like the clouds to me look like they're parting. So this is like she really is cutting through a situation for you to make it a lot more clear. So you're going to be able to see what steps you need to take next. And from that is going to come this beautiful partnership. So this is either going to be a friend or just any sort of partnership. It doesn't need to necessarily be a romantic one, but there's going to be some sort of union or partnership that comes out of this. So you're going into a really good situation. So keep that in mind. If you are struggling at this moment, look for the little signs. Things are about to show. You're about to be shown how to clear them, or the path is about to open up for you. And this is actually going to turn into some sort of collaboration in some form in your life that's going to be really beneficial for you. So I hope that makes sense for you. All right. So
we have a question. We have two questions, actually. The first one I don't know the answer to is DeeDee's asking about Pac-Man Paranormal. Are they on YouTube too, or just on Facebook?
They think they have a YouTube channel also. It would be Pac-Man Paranormal. I can share them in the show notes so that you'd be able to find them then once the show's over here. Let's see.
One question that I'll try to answer before we go, because we're over time, but okay, as far as having pain in your head and neck, well, I would always say first talk to your doctor, because you don't know if there's something physical going on. Also, anytime you take certain medications and stuff, that can do things, especially like with vivid dreams. But I have found that if I use the wrong pillow or sleep in the wrong position, I will wake up with headaches and neck pain. Sometimes, like, I'll even almost get like the whiplash feeling, like a mild version. So I would, definitely, talk to a doctor and find out if there's anything going on, but try switching out your pillow tonight and see if that helps. Maybe if you're using 2 pillows, use one. If you're sleeping like with your, kind of be aware of how you're waking up middle of the night, what position is your neck in, because we do weird things in our sleep. And if you're sleeping with another person or an animal, you could be like trying to, maneuver yourself, and it can cause, just cutting off the blood a little bit can cause weird things too, and headaches. So yeah, that's my quick answer. Hope that helps.
Oh, did the link get shared for Pac-Man? I tried to share the link for
Pac-Man.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay, good. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for everyone who participated in our experiment. Thank you. We really do appreciate it when you guys send things in. It really it means a lot to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
And make sure you jump over and check out Pac-Man Paranormal. They're on right now. Thank you guys for everything, and we will see you in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good night, everybody. Hold on one second. What am I doing? Have a great week, guys.